Okay, we should be live, but let's wait for the zeros. Oh, there you go. All right, so good morning, good evening.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And good evening. We are in the afternoon here.
Good morning if you're watching us from the States. Good afternoon if you're watching from here.
India, yeah.
And good evening if you're watching us from Australia, maybe.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So welcome to 12 Days of Meditation Magic, and we are here at day 4, and day for today's theme is all about grounding. And you'll notice that we have changed our background a little bit. You'll see why later. We're still in our butterfly room in a Museflower.
We have a candle, our candle that we light up before doing this, and we invite you to do the same. So to have a candle, a very comforting and a very grounding procedure.
Exactly. And also, feel free to leave comments. The benefits of live is we know we can interact with each other, and if you have any questions, or just any kind of sharing, or just want to say hi, where are you coming from, where you're saying hi from, feel free to do that. Okay, so today the theme of grounding, and so we're going to explain just a tiny little bit about what grounding is. All right, so Susanna, you want to explain what grounding really means? Because we always hear people say, get grounded, but what does that really mean?
Yeah, stay centered, get grounded. I really feel that I need to get grounded a little bit because I feel a little bit anxious. So all these phrases that we can cut ourselves up in saying. So basically grounding is a technique, and it's also the capacity that can help us in staying connected, in a strong connection with who we are. And it helps us also to stay grounded, this is pretty obvious, to stay mindful and open throughout the day. And there are many techniques for grounding. There are, for example, some people, they say, I like to walk on earth with my bare feet. That is earthing, which is another very good practice for grounding, because it brings us immediately back to our senses. And there are also other techniques for grounding, breathing, for example, and many others that I will share later for the tip of the day. But today we have a very special practice that I would like to start practicing now. And it's a practice for grounding that comes from the very ancient practice of Qigong. Is my pronunciation correct?
Yes.
Qigong, which is this very ancient Chinese practice that involves body, mind, soul, and spirit to be together, to be aligned. Being aligned is also another result for the grounding practice. And this practice is called the tree pose, and it's those of you who practice Qigong, they know that already. I guess they know that already. And it is a practice that I've been told is taught in the schools of martial arts and Qigong schools. And students, they need to master that pose before even thinking of doing something else. And it's called the tree pose because at a certain point, it looks like, or it will feel like, we are hugging a tree. And in hugging the tree and in letting this energy and in focusing ourselves and connecting and grounding ourselves, we will use the same metaphor as the tree to get energy from the ground and energy from the sky. So today I have a model.
I'm laughing
because we will practice this live. And so I have a model, and I will share the instructions to her and also with you. And after I will have shared the instructions, I will do the practice together with you.
Okay, and may I just add something as well?
Sure.
I think with grounding as well, because today is Christmas Eve for a lot of people, if they celebrate Christmas Eve, and you might be running around preparing for the holidays.
Yes.
Or not if you're in lockdown. But either way, if you find, sometimes during this holiday time, people get a little bit scattered, the energy, you have to do this and do that, you have to prepare the gifts for Christmas tomorrow, or maybe you're cooking a dinner tomorrow.
Yeah.
So a grounding exercise like today we're doing, it's not going to be that long, kind of really helps you to, bring you back to the present moment, and that is the most important thing. And just like Susanna said, when we say the feet on the ground, it's really, sometimes we're so much in this space, with a headspace,
it would go down,
the to-do list, like I need to do this, oh, I have to do this, and then we're not in the present. So
exactly.
Today's exercise or the meditation is going to kind of help us, well, all meditation does really, but today specifically it's going to help us to bring us back into the center, into the present moment. You're here now, either during this live or you're watching the replay later, to have this time for yourself and to really just take this time out just for yourself. Don't worry about anything else, just for the next 10 minutes, and we're going to spend the time together and just to really kind of reconnect and back to the center.
Yeah, and especially if I may add something as
Yes.
well,
Yeah.
you mentioned the lockdown. We are living in very stressful times. Or, if you don't like the word stressful, we are living in very challenging times. And so the practice of grounding is more and more necessary. So this is a very nice time that we can give. It's a nice gift that we can give ourselves.
Yeah.
Like this
Yes.
practice, by practicing grounding in these global times, in these global moments when we receive challenges here and there.
Yes.
And despite the Christmas time, which of course, if you can drive around to buy the last presents, or even if you cannot because you are in lockdown, this is a very nice practice.
Or maybe they're online shopping the whole day trying to
Yeah,
find
exactly.
You're by the computer the whole day like that. This
exactly.
is really good too.
Yeah, exactly. Because we are not supposed to sit in front of a computer for so many hours. So I would say that we can start the practice right now.
Ready.
So all you have to do, and do we need to position the camera, or you will place yourself there?
Well,
or
we'll be
there?
here, yeah.
Okay, so while we are placing the camera, because we have to turn the computer, so we will be there, you can prepare your space too. And
we're just standing like this,
yeah,
right?
and
So we don't have to.
yeah, and see you in a moment.
Okay. All right, so 1 second, we're just gonna push this a little bit, see if it's gonna work.
Let me take the instructions.
All the way here.
Okay.
How do I look, Susanna? Or am I in my shadow?
I think, okay.
Does that sort of work?
Okay. So, I will stay out of the camera for a moment, but you can hear my voice and I can guide you.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Can everybody see Tania and my hand? Okay.
Would you like to stand this way or side?
You can, sideways is better. So, first, before even taking the position, we can take 3 deep breaths in from the nose and out from the mouth. One more. And a third one. And we can start, and the position is like this. We stand with our feet shoulder width and parallel. Bend your knees just slightly. You need to feel the back of the knees as soft and hollow, allowing your weight to sink fully into your feet at the bubbling well, which is the hollow spot center, and legs and pelvis are relaxed. Gently roll the knees out a bit without moving the feet. And then float your hands and elbows up to the level of your heart, elbows lower than wrists, palms facing your torso, creating a circle with your arms, just as though you were indeed hugging a tree. Sink the shoulders down, and then imagine that you are hugging that tree. And as you hug the tree, you are also becoming a tree. Feel your roots descending, sap being drawn upward through the center of your torso, your crown of your head softening to receive sunlight and the energy of the sky from above you. You can use inhalation to expand the body and exhalation to release unnecessary tension down into the ground, using the bones as conduits. Continue to feel your body energize, your spine elongate, and your muscles relax into the position. And you can imagine that there is this beautiful energy coming up from the ground. And from the ground, from your feet, this energy is coming up through your legs, your pelvis, the frontal part of your body. And then there is an energy coming down from the sky. And this energy is going down through your back, the back of your legs. And by following your breathing style, in and out, you have just created a circle of energy. We will hold this position for some time as I'm going to join Tania. And we keep breathing gently and effortlessly. And we can feel the grounding. Relax your spine, relax your elbows, relax your shoulders, and keep breathing. And if you want, you can close your eyes, or maybe they are closed already. One more minute. And very gently, you can lower your arms and keep them a little bit far from your body. And you can shake your hands a little bit so you can let that energy go away. You can move your legs and feet. You can look right and left and move your head. And you can take a deep breath in, out from your mouth, and you can open your eyes. And you can, in case of Tania, we can sit back at our place, and you can sit.
Thank you.
How was that? How was the practice?
Yeah, it's well, it's the first time doing it, by the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it is. I think for me, it was really helpful to have that imagery of hugging the tree.
Yes.
That kind of really helps me to focus and stay
Yes.
still. And
Yes.
despite especially when you said 1 minute, my mind started to go off. Like, okay, when's that? Like, can we when's that gonna be? But and then I kind of bring the focus back to, I'm hugging the tree. And for me, that was kind of brings the focus for me. So.
Yeah, if you are a visual person and it's easy for you to imagine and visualize things, of course, by visualizing the roots, by visualizing the energy, for example, for me, rather than the roots, it's very helpful to visualize the colors that comes. And for me, the energy that comes up from the ground is red, and the energy that goes down from the sky is this light blue, almost translucent.
Right.
And you can imagine it's a tree, it's a root, or if you are not a visual person, but you're mostly auditory person, you can tell yourself, or you are a person that likes this inner dialogue, you can tell yourself, you can hear the sounds. Maybe you can play a soft music in the background, so you can focus on that. Or you can count yourself. You can count in your mind. And then after a while, you will notice that maybe all these techniques, all these tricks, maybe they will go away because you will keep the position like that.
Yeah, I think also for the touch. I'm a visual, but also that kind of feeling, touching.
Kinesthetic, yeah.
Yeah, so I almost feel like when you're touching, hugging the tree.
Yes, yes.
Like that, the feeling of touch, or you can kind of imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a very nice practice, and sometimes maybe, and this is what happened to me when I started practicing it, this intense, let's say, pain or feeling uncomfortable, discomfort in the shoulders. Because let's say it out loud, how many burdens do we carry every day with us? Yeah. How many burdens are we carrying with us? And sometimes they are not even our burdens, but we are carrying burdens from somebody else,
right.
Or from the past. This is a very nice practice to finally learn how to relax and to let this energy, the energy to relax that. So if I may suggest you can do this, of course, every day. You can start with 3 minutes, or you can start also with 1 minute if you like, but in my opinion, 1 minute is not enough to start feeling all the benefits. So you can start with minimum 3 minutes, and then if you want, you can increase the length, the duration of your practice, and maybe, who knows, maybe you will end up by holding this for 1 hour or even more. It's a very interesting practice. In many schools, as I told you before, this is the only exercise that a student is allowed to do and to perform before even thinking of moving forward and practicing something else. So the tree pose is very useful for our grounding.
All right, and speaking of grounding, I know Susanna has another tip that she wants to share with grounding, so what is it?
Yeah, well, when I was preparing the class of today, this meditation of today, I thought that this grounding exercise could be also the tip of the day.
Yes.
Give yourself as much time as possible to practice this.
Right, yes.
I think that we all have 3 minutes in our busy lives. We have 3 minutes that we can dedicate to this. So this practice today is also the tip of the day. But because I'm generous, and I want to give you also another practice, because maybe we don't have, or you don't have 3 minutes to do this. So there is another one that I found, and it's really interesting because it's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 practice, or I should say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 practice. And it's more than a practice, is a coping strategy that you can use maybe the next time you feel anxious. And all you have to do is you take a deep breath in, and you tune, and with your eyes open, see our model here from the slide here, and you take a deep breath in and you tune into your body and the environment around you, and you focus on 5 things you can see.
5 things you can see.
Yes, slide A.
Yes.
4 things you can feel.
Or like, you mean touching?
Touch, yeah.
This one. So healing.
Yes. Already 4. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. I will not do that. The other one that I was thinking. And 1 thing you can taste. And you can focus on these things. So basically, for grounding, we have to go back to our senses.
Yes.
So the
And
5...
it brings us back to the present moment.
Exactly.
Yes.
It brings us to the present moment. It helps us with grounding, going back to the body and to the senses and to the environment. We, let's say, for a moment we stop going back to the past or to the future, and we are in the present moment. And this is a very useful practice. It's a very fast and at the same time very helpful, that will help us in feeling grounded again, and to let all those anxious feelings go away.
Yes, and if you have a pet at home, like I do, that's Nico,
Yes.
my dog. All the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 things you can also just do with your pet. Find 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch. Well, just 1 touch will be so nice and comforting already, and the beauty of pets.
Yeah.
Make sure you be responsible and take care of your pets.
This works also if you have a cat.
Yes.
Like I have a cat, but they are in Phuket right now, so I will do this when I will be back in Phuket.
Yes. All right, so we are ending our session today. Thank you so much for joining us, and Merry Christmas. Thank you, Felix, for saying Merry Christmas. Today's Christmas Eve, so hope you have if you're celebrating Christmas. If not, happy holidays. We'll still see you tomorrow. Don't worry. We'll be here every day until January 1st.
Yeah.
From 2:30 to 3 o'clock Thailand time. All right, so this is Nico, my dog.
Yeah.
We're going to say bye. Bye.
Bye. Buon Natale, or to all my Italian friends that they will watch the video. Buon Natale, buone feste. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow.
See you.
Bye.